He's set. Here's the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. And this will continue on untouched into center field. Just went right past him. And he is out on a strong throw. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. Ring your bell. The Clippers are victorious here, 4-0. Good night, everybody.
1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the Rochester Red Wings and the Columbus Clippers. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, batting over .350 in the last 10 games.
Luis Francisco is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, this year, his strikeout-to-walk ratio has been outstanding, so look for a lot of strikeouts here in this one.
His Dudeness will stand in for the first time now. 24 home runs to his credit so far this year. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Belted high and deep into right center. Kepler racing back, still going back. And this will find the wall in the very deepest part of the yard. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Well, we've seen a couple really good swings here early on. And that's a good one there, as this ball's going to plug the gap for 2 bases and give his guys the early 1-0 lead.
Anthony Record, the hitter now, with a chance to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. 2 out here and a runner at second. Pickoff move to second, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning. So it's 1 run. Kenny Dean will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the .330 mark to begin play.
Well, he's going through a stretch right now where he's hitting over .350 in his last 10 games, and that's the reason why he is so good right now.
Throw gets him, 2 down. And with that, let's give you a look at the Clippers on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know? H1sDudeness will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. And a relay home. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Well, this guy's certainly come through in the early stage.
In now, Anthony Record. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Kepler giving chase. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
It just didn't get enough of that one to get that run home. So that's probably a wise decision to hold it.
Giovanni Urshela steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 2 runs on just 1 lone hit. Antonio Feliz will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
1 there, but wisely no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue. Now to the plate is H1sDudeness coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up.
The batter, number 8, shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat. To short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 5 innings complete. H1sDudeness gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
Sometimes in a situation like this, you wonder if the delayed steal might be on from third. Well, this time it wasn't, and the throw was not even close at second base.
Second and third, 2 away. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 25 for him on the year. As they pull even, it's 6-6 now.
I think sometimes as a pitcher, as soon as you release the pitch, you have a feeling that you could be in trouble. And that was big trouble right there. Big home run that ties this game up.
Kenny's Vargas stands in now with 1 down and a runner at first. That would be the go-ahead run if they can find a way to get him all the way around. Double play is in order, however. Here's the 1-1. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? The second for 1. H1sDudeness steps in to get the home side started here in the 10th.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
First offering on its way. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. A solo shot here to left. And with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
And this is exactly what you're looking for in extra innings. Actually, it's what you're praying for, really. One big swing sends the folks who stayed here home happy as he wins it with the walk-off homer.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Ring your bell. The Clippers are victorious here, 7-6. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
International League action just a few. Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International League. Jarrett Foss will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Hit to short. He's got it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. H1sDudeness will stand in right on the heels of a 4-for-5 ball game a night ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Kepler over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. H1sDudeness is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-2 delivery. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. At the plate, Anthony Record. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Foss will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
And with 2 strikes, when you force a hitter to hit your changeup, that's how you take his power away, especially when it's down in the zone.
At the plate, Giovanni Urshela. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Hit on the ground to short, and that's through for a hit.
And it's just the 4th inning.
Striding into the box, James Yang. He singled his last time up. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is pulled into right. Oh, and he misses it. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Well, that's not a bad effort right there. As you can see, he looks like he's going to make the play as he tucks into that slide, but he can't seem to get the ball to stick into the pocket.
Colin Cowgill stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And this is knocked down over there. And to score is the runner from third. That makes it a 6-2 game. John Hicks will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6.
Out.
But not 3, apparently, as he'll hold on to it at second base. H1sDudeness will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
Shortstop, H1sDudeness.
Left side. And that is through into left field. A base hit. He'll come home with it. And he will score ahead of the play, and that'll cut things to 6-3 now. Anthony Record will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Smoked on the ground left side. And that's through into left field for a base hit. The throw to the plate. The tag, and he is out at the plate on a great throw from the outfield.
Posed.
Well, he's trying to do what he can.
Giovanni Urshela will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Chopped weakly to the left. A barehanded pickup. The throw. Excellent effort, but no chance to make the play at first. That's a base hit. Oh, an incredible stab, but they inch a little closer as the run comes home.
Right here, he's just trying to get that 6-4-3 started, but he might have gotten his hands moving just a little bit too quick right there, and he throws it right past the second baseman.
John Hicks stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Hit weakly on the ground to short. H1sDudeness. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. Top of the order due up. H1sDudeness ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We're through 6. H1sDudeness will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Well, at least he was able to make contact, and that's better than most of his teammates can say after this point. They've been whipping left and right.
On to first, and that is going to conclude the festivities here tonight. Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And a very good performance offensively for this bunch. But out of everyone, I think we should single out this fellow right here as our... Welcome back to tonight's minor league pregame show as we... MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Into the box now, Michael Lorenz, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. 1-1, here it is. On the ground to short, this could be 2. To second for 1. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double. H1sDudeness digs in as one of the more dangerous hitters in baseball right now, as he's got a 10-game hitting streak to his credit. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line toward the gap in left center, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Catcher.
Just a fantastic catch out there by the outfielder. And the one guy that's more excited about it than the guy who caught the ball is the pitcher. He knows that that one could have been extra bases.
Max Kepler strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. The 0-1 pitch. Bounced to first. Reined in. One there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. H1sDudeness will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Batter number 8, shortstop, H1sDudeness.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the... Bobby Casilla steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Bobby Casilla gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Hit out towards second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. H1sDudeness will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field, and that is 27 for him on the year, as we are all knotted up at 2.
This guy's got to be at the point where he's thinking, do we really need to play another team after this? I mean, this is now 4 home runs for him in the series. You talk about a guy that looks comfortable up there. He's just having his way with the entire pitching staff.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Standing in now, Ray Batista. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, after you've just given up a home run to tie the ball game, you can't afford to have a letdown out there. He made sure he didn't. He came back with an important strikeout, and he got the next guy.
Stepping in now, Angel Ojeda. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. He's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Here's Robbie Grossman. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
Boy, they've done a really good job against this guy so far, and it's the first time in the series that they've held him without a hit.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. One pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A shot down the first baseline. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
Well, nothing makes you feel worse as a relief pitcher than blowing a game for your starter. You got to set that to the side right now and do what you can to get out of this inning with the game still tied.
Rajay Davis steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Yeah. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Three and 2 now.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. This is on the ground over to first, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Hamilton sprinting after it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We've played 8 full, and we are tied 2-2. Pierre Torres comes on now, trying to keep this ball game tied.
Number 93, Pierre Torres.
Terrence Hamilton gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Full count. 3-2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Oh, he has just been a man among boys out there this year. I got a feeling you're not going to be seeing this guy as a minor leaguer too much longer.
Antonio Feliz strides in, grounded out his last time through. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Having a hard time corralling the cutter here, and it's 3-0. Pitching him pretty careful here, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's possible to be too careful. I mean, this is not a Silver Slugger award winner up there. You want this guy to hit the ball and put it in play.
Up in the strike zone, but the take sign was on. 3-1. 3-1, here it is. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Michael Lorenz stands in now with 1 down and a runner at first. That would be the go-ahead run if they can find a way to get him all the way around. Double play is in order, however.
Yeah, he has definitely got to look for something up in the strike zone and drive the ball to the outfield. Now, there's nothing more deflating than a game-ending double play.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now.
3 balls,
We'll see
no
who
strikes.
wins this duel.
And there's ball 3. Here it comes on 3-0. And he misses with it, ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
Now batting.
Juan Centeno will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. Hoping to keep it tied, here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, and with 2 on now following the walk, he needed to jump ahead of the next guy, so that's a good way to start out.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
0-2, you got to shorten up. Find some way at least to put the ball in play. You can't afford a strikeout here with an important run out there at second base.
And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2. Jason Ladd will stand in now in what could be one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game.
And what he has to do right here is put his 0 for 4 out of his mind. He hasn't had the greatest of performances to this point in the game, but he could make up for it with a big hit right here.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him. And the J.R. Graham will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings.
J.R. Graham.
Todd Roberts will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Look out. 2-0 now.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. To short. And the throw to first just about takes him out as it skips up and over him. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch coming, here it is. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing and I'm just watching this game.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
This is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. High in the air and deep down the left field line. Hamilton ranges into foul territory as he makes the catch out near the wall for out number 1.
And, you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
His Dudeness will stand in yet again, and he, of course, has had one of the big blows in the contest so far. This was back in the 8th as this solo shot proved to be a very important run in this ball game. First pitch on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Polanco scoops it up. Throw to first is in time for the first out. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that'll put a wrap on things. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Paul Janisch steps in here to start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
One away here to begin the third. H1sDudeness will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Hit hard on the ground to the right. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Angel Ojeda will try it again. He flied out to start the home first. On the ground to the right side. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
I tell you, when you're on a hot...
Coming to the plate now, Robbie Grossman. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Guerra is there, 2 down. Rajay Davis stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And the 2-out threat will not come. LJ Hose will dig in. He singled his first time around. Grounded to short. Played on the backhand. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. H1sDudeness is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. On to first, a double play. Joel Guerra will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other 8 behind him.
On the ground is short. This could be... Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves. L.J. Hose will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Hit hard on the ground to second. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning. Stepping in, Howard Mendel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for 1. H1sDudeness comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
And the defense is thinking, give it to us again. We'll take that all day.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A pause, and the 0-2. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Around third and being waved on home. And they'll get a little closer here as the run comes across to score from first. It's now a 2-1. So stepping in, number 65, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Hose giving chase, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Yeah, it looked...
Robbie Grossman will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. He can make up for all...
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. H1sDudeness comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. So a 2-run shot to left center. And with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. Definitely did it.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight, Game 2. H1sDudeness will stand in now. He drove in all 3 of his club's runs in that ball game a night ago.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So
Gone! It's a grand slam! So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. 29 home runs for him on the year as they move on top 4-0.
boy, how about this for a first inning outburst? They've come right out and really handed this guy his lunch on the mound. And that's going to wind up being a first inning grand slam. Wow. You know what? They may not be done.
Stepping in now, Anthony Record. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. EK, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
What's worse, they're staring up at a huge deficit already, and we've only played a half an inning. I mean, this is going to be a very tough hill to climb to get back into this one.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
No strike.
Normally, that two-seamer has a lot more movement to it. It's been pretty straight for him in this one, and he's gotten into trouble because of it.
4 runs here in this half inning. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Well, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, I think it's going to be really important to understand the pitcher that they're facing and make the adjustments as the game goes along.
Steve Tollison will stand in now. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night.
When you're hitting under 200 on the season, you've got to come up with a good performance every once in a while, and yesterday was one of those.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Fielded. The throw pulls him off the bag to second for 1, and it's wide of the bag and right by him.
You know, I don't think this is what
His Dudeness strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Fly ball out toward right field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now 6-2.
Now the pitching coach is going to come in and have a word with him. And in the second inning, once he makes sure he's okay physically, he'll be saying, hey, look, let's put all that's just happened behind us and focus on the task at hand.
Anthony Record is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
The 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good changeup there.
2 out here and a runner at second. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Boy, the hits just keep on coming here. You see the highlighted column right there. That's 6 against him already, and we're just in the second inning.
Giovanni Urshela gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors. Mitchell Drew stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2.
Out.
The second for 1. And now, oh, this ball's going to wind up. H1sDudeness strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Shortstop H1sDudeness.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Wow, a flip to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So they score 4 times. Now to the plate, Joel Guerra, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And now he's hitting left-handed where he's a lot more comfortable over his career. He tends to make better left side, so I think he's happy to be over there.
And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on. H1sDudeness will stand in now as we take you back to the very first inning as he got him going early. A grand slam right out of the gates. On the ground to the left side. Scooped up. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Brian Reyes comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and another one would end it right here. Let's see if they pitch him exactly the same way.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yep, and one last double play here to end it, and that puts the capper on a good win for these guys, and they really played well.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered more than once with runners in scoring position. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was more than enough to lead his guys to victory.
For the Tides, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 38 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
And we're back. Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International League. Willie Estrada will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Drilled on the ground. Throw gets him, 2 down. Christian Walker will dig in now as we show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. Here's the pitch on 2-2. To short, hit hard. H1sDudeness. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So a fairly painless top of the first. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. At the plate, Henry Urrutia, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. To short. To his right. His throw gets him, 2 down. And with that, Brian Reyes will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he hasn't played very well all season, and if you look at his last 10 games, he's only had 4 hits in those 10, so what's he doing to help?
Throw on to first, 2 gone. At the plate, Mitchell Drew. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Oh, he makes the stop. Not able to make a play, though, and now they'll be men at first and second with nobody out.
Now batting.
And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. L.J. Hose will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as the side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5. H1sDudeness will dig in for the first time now. 1 home run shy of 30 on the year so far. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The relay not in time, and he's in there with a double. Angel Ojeda comes forward with 2 men in scoring position, so he'll look to make this a 1-run game with a base hit here.
Yeah, guys, a really big opportunity here to get his guys right back in this one.
That's a ball.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
And with 2 guys
in now, Robbie Grossman. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
Looped out toward third. And that's through into left, a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. H1sDudeness strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And that finds its way through for a base hit.
And another.
Angel Ojeda gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to.
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors in a couple. Kevin Toney will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if he can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cages. Taking some of the movement out of his swing.
H1sDudeness digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and even 30 home runs on the year. And this one gives them the lead at 6-5.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there. I mean, now that's his 3rd home run in the series. I mean, what more do you need to see?
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, L.J. Hose. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just do something productive.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. H1sDudeness will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet. So this is no small task.
Line drive, base hit left field. Around third and being waved on home. The relay. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second. And he is in there.
Yeah, you know, I don't even know if I want to touch this one. I have a feeling that when these guys get back to the dugout, we're going to be able to hear what their manager is saying from up here.
Floyd Goff will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season. Angel Ojeda struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go 0 for, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 3 runs already home here. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Here's the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
Boy, he just turned that thing over perfectly. He put that thing right on a dime.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and no one left. We've played 8 full. Now batting, Willie Estrada. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Nobody out, runner on first. Drilled right back up the middle. He's got it. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to... Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around game for him here. You see on the
internet. Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. His Dudeness strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch to short. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Carlo Nieto will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Chopped weakly to the left. And he'll reach first safely. Emmanuel Burris will stand in, and as you can see, he's had troubles here in his own ballpark. He's much better away from home. Grounded to short. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Digging in to try it again. His Dudeness. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Chassin moves over. And that's the second out of the inning. Darren Ruff is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Oh, what a stop on the slide. No chance to get him at first. A great effort on that one, but it'll be scored a base hit.
Sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good. This ball's not hit hard at all, but it's in a spot where it's going to work out perfectly for him. And he's on base to start this inning with an infield single.
Alfonso Chassin will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through.
Johnny Worth will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
Flipped out the other way towards short. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Darren Ruff steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Hit to short. Reined in. Underhanded flip.
He's
on
out.
to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But not before the lone hit in the inning, the solo home run. His Dudeness will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, heading for second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
I've been really impressed.
Giovanni Urshela will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. So stepping in, his Dudeness, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Hard liner to center field. That's in there. Base hit. But not in time, and just like that, this ball game is tied. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Stepping in, Giovanni Urshela. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Only played at first, so the sacrifice works that time.
A perfect job there of getting it down. So now that's the go-ahead run right there over at third with just 1 out.
James Yang gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Back up the middle, that will get through into center field, a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. The relay throw, but he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back. And it's in time, and he's out at the plate, so 1 run's across, but the second one is... Greg Shasha is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Sent on the ground out to second. Back to first, but it's right over his head. At the plate, Tim Paniagua. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw in time, and the ball game is over. A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
4 runs, 13 hits, 1 error, and 13 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight, the second of H1sDudeness will stand in for the first time here. 30 home runs for him on the season so far. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will be foul. And it's quickly 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out to right field. Sisler giving chase. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but Jack Duarte will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Bounce to first. To second. On to first, and it won't be in time to end the inning as he just about did it. Johnny Sisler gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Drilled on the ground to short. H1sDudeness. And he'll throw against his body to first. And he'll make that play look easy as the throw is in time to end the inning. So nothing happening this time. Alfonso Chacin digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. To short, hit hard. H1sDudeness hoops it up. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Greg Shasha will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Davis is right there. H1sDudeness is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit hard down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Swung on and chopped to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
He's safe.
And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. Anthony Record stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Looped out toward third, but quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out. Striding into the box, Giovanni Urshela. He drew a walk his first time up. Smoke toward the hole, and that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the... Jack Duarte steps in for his second at-bat. A fielder's choice his first time around.
Yeah, still searching for that hit to extend his streak, guys.
Smoked on the ground left side, and into left field for a 1-out hit.
Oh, my goodness. This guy is
Carlo Nieto will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Hit on the ground to short. To his left. His throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0. His Dudeness steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. Anthony Record will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them. Tim Paniagua will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. His Dudeness digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Hot shot to third. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
No errors.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour. His Dudeness will stand in for the first time here. 30 home runs for him on the season so far. And there goes Davis. Now a swing and a fly ball. Hoffman is in pursuit. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Garrett Hoffman steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Softly hit to short. His Dudeness gloves it. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. Mariano Mateo will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. Buford Launchbaugh digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. His Dudeness digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Buchanan looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Drilled to the left side. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what... Anthony Record stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And he'll step off. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, Giovanni Urshela gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a...
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that... His Dudeness steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Into the seats, 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. Oh, and he botches it.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the third hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Anthony Record stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Now a throw over to first.
He's good.
Runner back safely. Buchanan comes set. Here it is on 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, his Dudeness. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. High in the air out to center field. Nieto has it in his sights. And that's the 3rd out. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, they tried to let him finish off the complete game, but he wound up needing a little help to get the final 2 outs. Still, 8 1/3 quality innings. You'll take that every time.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor. Chris Dominguez will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Grounded to short. His Dudeness is up. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. His Dudeness will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Throw gets him, 2 down. And with that, let's call on a look at the posture. Blake Swihart will try it again. He flied out to start the home first. All even at 2-2. Here it is. On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, but it's not in time, and they'll just get the 1. Leading off the inning, his Dudeness, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
The 0-1 on its way. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hot shot to third. Played on the backhand. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Stepping in, Ryan Lamar. He drew a walk his first time up. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting.
Alan Craig stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. 1-2, here it comes. Swing and a ball line hard towards short. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits. His Dudeness will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Belted out toward deep center field. Lamar racing back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 31 for him on the season, as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
And all season long, when they need it.
Ryan Lamar strides in, grounded out his last time through. 1-1, here it comes. Hit to short. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. Alan Craig will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. But he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
To short, his Dudeness. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. His Dudeness comes to the plate in a key spot. Go-ahead run at first with nobody out.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how they decide to play it here. Some would try to manufacture that run with a sacrifice or maybe even a steal. And others say, hey, let him swing. Don't give away any outs.
Lamar will back up and put this away for a long out, number 1. His Dudeness stands in for his swings once again. He rounded the bases on a home run back in the 7th. Out in front of it, strike 1. Ouch, that comebacker appeared to get him in the arm. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm. And that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off. And from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue. So that at least is a good sign. Digging in to try it again, Ray Batista, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch is a splitter for a called strike. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that is down for extra bases as that ought to plate the go-ahead run and maybe another. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 5-4 game. Roman Mendez will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are two on with only one away. Angel Ojeda will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only one out.
Ball one, no strike.
There's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Here's a ball lined into left center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third.
This is a nice job of just getting that bat head out in front. Makes contact.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Peter Witt. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one.
You know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple.
He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. That makes it 6-5 now. And, guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Brennan Bosch. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck, let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, welcome back. Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. H1sDudeness will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Ridgway back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he'll make it up safely to Robbie Ridgway will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Drilled on the ground to short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll go now to the top of the third. Columbus is out in front, 3-0. H1sDudeness is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and H1sDudeness will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away. Stephen Hudson will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Stephen Hudson ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. His Dudeness will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. High in the air and deep to left center field. Lamar ranging back and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. In to score is the runner from first. It's 4-2. And the screen shows the story right there. Colin Cowgill takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. In now, James Yang. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Pops this one up. Shaw is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. His Dudeness stands in, looking to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
Line towards center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Colin Cowgill struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Stopped on the slide by Rutledge. It's there. He got him. James Yang stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up. To the left side. That's a base hit as it's through into left. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate.
Now batting.
At the plate, Anthony Record. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And this is a big-time strikeout situation right here, so they're going to be shooting for the same result, no doubt about it.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Well, that's a good job here to plate their second.
Travis Shaw will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Down the first baseline. A step on the bag for 1, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
And here, late in the game, you've got a lead, so no sense in trying to...
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
No errors.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International League. Tonight it's the third. His Dudeness will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Yeah, and I don't think that should...
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to left. 32 now for the season, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
You want to talk about instant offense? How about the first pitch of the inning? He's just hoping to get ahead here with a first pitch strike, but now all of a sudden, he's got a guy.
His Dudeness stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Drives it the other way to deep right. Ridgway racing back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Into the box now, Giovanni Urshela. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Ridgway giving chase, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Robbie Ridgway steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. H1sDudeness steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second.
Shortstop, H1sDudeness.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Taken high and deep to right. Dominguez ranging back. And this one is gone, a home run. Travis Royer will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
To second for 1.
The left.
Leading off the inning, Alan Craig, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Hit on the ground to short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. H1sDudeness will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard to short. Marrero gloves it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So stepping in, number 8, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the... Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
9 runs on 15 hits.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Paw Sox win it 7-6. Good night, everybody.
Loss goes to Jeff Manship.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight, H1sDudeness will stand in for the first time now, coming off a 3-hit contest in the loss last night.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Now to the plate, Zach Walters, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Stepping up to the plate, Colin Cowgill, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hit hard to the right side. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard. James Yang will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Ray Batista will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. On the ground to third. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. H1sDudeness will dig in. He singled his first time around.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. Relay to first in time, and just like that. Devin Marrero will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Hit to short. H1sDudeness on to first, and there are 2 down.
And I just think this is one of those.
H1sDudeness will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Hard hit ball towards the hole. That's in there. Base hit. In quickly with it now is Bosch, and that's going to hold that runner at third base. Zach Walters will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
And even 3-1, I say take another one.
And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now.
Taken again on 3-1. He's trying to get that RBI the easy way, but now they've worked it back to a full count.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. Now a long throw to third.
And with 1 out.
Colin Cowgill digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And he can't track it down. A base hit. In to score is the runner from third, and it's a 4-1. James Yang steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far. 0-1, here's the pitch. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors. Danny Cottrell steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. A pause, and the 0-2. Left side. Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 5 innings complete. H1sDudeness will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. 1 run is scored. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's now 7-1. And he is out on a strong throw. Zach Walters steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-2 pitch. Looped out toward third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Colin Cowgill will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Swing and a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. Marrero has got it, and the side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. H1sDudeness comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
To third. Marrero has it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Baseman number 6.
8-1 our score as you look at our in-game line score.
He definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook.